brushing product down to the mids only, and then comb through. Once hair is thoroughly saturated using a carbon fiber comb, you will comb the hair straight. Do not excessively comb the hair.
So see how he did apply roots to mid and then just combed it through?
So usually we put like 1, 2, and 3 and we comb. This one you have to put like the color all over.
2 separate services,
for
right?
curl reduction. Do not use heat. For fragile compromised hair, process open air for 20 minutes to defrizz or 30 minutes for curl reduction. Do not process for any longer than 30 minutes. Do not use heat or clip.
So he was saying with your processing, anywhere between 30 to 45 for more coarse hair, 20 to 30 for more fragile hair, right? For fragile hair clients, 20 minutes for defrizzing, 30 minutes for curl reduction. For coarse hair clients, 30 minutes for defrizzing, 45 minutes for curl reduction, right? So I would fall within that 20 to 30 minutes. My sister-in-law, she is Jamaican, really highly textured hair. She's gonna fall 30 to 45 minutes.
So either these two, right? Either 20 to 30 or 30 to 40. Depends like how heavy the hair or like.
Right. There's no need to process mine for 45 minutes. That's too long. You know, my hair's really fine and thin, and I don't have a lot of body to it, right? 20 minutes for my hair would be perfect. Now, Shannon's hair, my sister-in-law, if she wants to keep curl, 30 minutes. If she wants to take out more curl, she's got really coarse hair, 45 minutes. 45 is your max, right? After 45, she's done. He's gonna show you, now for fragile hair, we will test the elasticity, right? Let's say she's really curly and she wants to be as smooth as possible. At 20 minutes, I'm gonna test her elasticity. She looks good, let's go 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, she's great, right? She's done at that point. So that's where he's gonna test her elasticity part next.
It's important to test elasticity of the hair periodically.
Just like you would
with
with
hair
color.
shows signs of excessive elasticity, rinse. Otherwise, allow the hair to process for the full 30 minutes. For hair with different integrities, apply to resistant hair first and weaker hair last. Hair with overly compromised ends, leave out. When booking my Brazilian blowout free clients, I typically double book other services during the processing time. Or I use that time to follow up on client texts, calls, or even take a break. I love how I can take a root touch-up, single process color, or haircut and increase my revenue without changing my schedule. Once processing is complete, you will rinse the hair with hot water for about 3 minutes.
So
Followed by
I really
cleansing
wanna, you remember how I was gonna tell you guys, really important keys, right? Now, after he did his processing time, you're gonna go back and rinse your client. 3 full minutes, hot water as she can handle. Don't burn her scalp, right? Don't burn her. Hot water, no
Why
cold
hot
water.
water?
Because we're removing the product.
Oh, I see.
So just
the hot water will
Rinse
remove
and
it.
then shampoo
then
twice.
shampoo.
Yeah, rinse really well. Most of the time, I will tell you, we don't rinse long enough. Set your timers. That's the easiest thing. I know it sounds, you know, first day beauty school, but I will tell you guys, we think it's been 3 minutes. It's only been 1 minute,
I
right?
know.
It's really, it is a time, it's called time blindness, right? It is a thing, right? So set your watch, set your timer, set it for 3 minutes, rinse her for the full time with hot water, right? As hot as she can handle, don't burn her head. And then you're gonna go back with the same shampoo that you did for the first step and shampoo her at least 2 times. This part, I always get a question that will say, what happens when if I don't shampoo it enough, right? It's like leaving bleach on the hair. You don't need to.
Yeah.
Your toner's not gonna work right if you leave bleach on the hair, right? So we need to take this part off, really shampoo it, right? This is gonna be your activator and base. Remember, we let it process. We're gonna rinse it, 3 minutes, hot water, shampoo her really good. Get in there and clean her scalp really good, right? Number one issue on customer service calls is going to be because they did not rinse and did not shampoo enough, right? She's got a lot of hair. Shampoo her 3 times. You cannot over shampoo. You can under shampoo, right? We're opening the cuticle. We're depositing and elongating that surface, right? We're elongating that curl. If we don't close the cuticle back, the hair's gonna feel rough, right? So we need to remove the activator and base, shampoo her for rinse 3 minutes, shampoo her at least 2 times. If you wanna shampoo her again, go right ahead. There's some clients that I'll shampoo 3 or 4 times, especially if she's really, really thick and really coarse, right? So get in there with your shampoo. This shampoo 2 times at least, right? Feel her hair or smell it. If it smells like clean hair, it smells like the shampoo, you're good, right? If it doesn't smell like it, still smells a little bit like, you know, her product is still in there, shampoo her again, right? You want to remove all of that activator and base mixture out of that client's hair, because then we're going to go into our 2 laminates, right? So these he's going to move into next. 2 laminates. There's Fragile Compromise and Coarse Healthy. Think of Fragile, the little one, as like a conditioner. Think of this one as like a leave-in, right? So your conditioner one is going to give more moisture and rebuild the inside of the structure of the hair. This one seals the outside of the hair. So I'm going to let him kind of talk, and we're going to discuss these a little bit more. But remember, the main thing to underline, 3-minute hot water rinse, shampoo at least twice. Cool. No, most important step out of the whole service.
Percolating cleanser. You will thoroughly cleanse the hair twice from roots to ends. Repeat if needed to ensure all mixed smoothing solution is out of the hair. Each time creating a rich foam and then rinsing thoroughly. Remember, you must always rinse and cleanse the Brazilian Blowout Free Smoothing Solution from the hair to correctly perform the treatment. Next, you'll towel dry the hair for up to 50% dry and divide the hair into 2 sections and proceed with the finalizing laminators. For coarse, healthier hair, you will utilize both coarse, healthier laminator and Fragile Compromise laminator. For fragile hair, proceed with Fragile Compromise laminator only. Lamination is crucial as it cross-links hair fiber into straight alignment and restores the hair's natural pH for optimal hair health. For coarser, healthier hair wearing gloves, you will dispense 2 ounces or 60 milliliters of Brazilian Blowout Free Finalizing Laminator Fragile Compromised into a color bowl. Saturate the hair in large sections, 1/4 inch or 1 centimeter off the scalp to ends, making sure hair is saturated and combed straight. Let the hair process for 5 minutes and rinse thoroughly. Next, towel dry the hair and dispense 1 ounce or 30 milliliters of finalizing laminator Coarse Healthier into a clean color bowl.
It's a long process.
Using a color applicator brush,
I'm gonna show you a
start
trick.
1/4 inch from the scalp. Lightly dust product onto 2 inch to 3 inch sections from root to tip and comb through. Continue throughout the rest of the hair. Once you have finished applying, you'll go straight into blow drying. The hair as smooth as possible.
Okay, so let's recap these, because that's a lot. Coarse laminator and fragile laminator, it gets confusing, right? Fair enough.
So it's 2 different for 2 different hair?
Kind of, yes,
Okay.
kind of, yes. You're right on the track, yes. Think of this little one, fragile. Think of this like a conditioner. This one, the bigger one, see how it's liquidy? Think of this as like your leave-in. He did that, this one at the chair. I do it at the bowl, right?
It's more easy.
It's more easier at the bowl. He's extra. I ain't got time for that, right? So remember we did our hot water rinse for 3 minutes. We shampooed 2 times, right? Now I'm gonna go into my fragile laminator. Think of this like a mask.
Okay, after you dry the hair?
50%.
Just towel dry.
Towel dry.
Just like a conditioner.
Yes, towel dry.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I just give her a little towel dry at the sink. I take about a couple of ounces, maybe like 1.5 ounces, 2 ounces, like a
ounces.
mask, like a mask. And I honestly will put it in my hands, work it through, right? I
Oh,
might
it's
have
not
her sit
like
Yeah, you
color.
don't have أنا بسمع زويل إنه
You don't use the
Yeah.
brush and then.
but yeah,
For this one I will.
Yeah.
But for this one, now he brought her back to the chair, right?
Yeah,
And
I
did
mean,
it and
yeah.
did, you know, did
He's explaining, so he has to do
right,
that.
right. I know you guys got this. You can do this at the bowl for 5 minutes like a conditioner, right? Keep it easy. Put it on, wet brush it in. I comb it in just like yours. I might section her, have her sit up and a little bit and, you know, dust it on her hair like you would a deep conditioning mask. We want to give her hydration. Let this sit in her hair for 5 minutes, rinse, then bring her back over to the chair. And this is like a leave-in. About 1 ounce, and I'm going to dust it on her hair in a nice big 2-inch subsection. Should take about a couple of minutes to apply it to the whole head. This is her leave-in for the outside of the hair.
Apply
So
with the
you-
brush.
Yeah, I do
So
it with the
About
brush.
2 inch.
We rinse that off,
Yeah.
and then we also apply this at the shampoo area.
I do it at the chair.
Oh, bring her back to the chair.
Yeah, because your next step is going to be a blow dry.
Oh, so that's
always
the
using the
leave-in.
blade.
Oh, I got you.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Now,
the client has only fragile, over-processed hair,
Just
using only
this.
the small one,
Right.
no the big.
Right. And that would be because if you did both, it would be a little heavy. Think about my hair, right?
It'll weigh it down
It'll
too
weigh it
much.
down. My natural hair is very thin and very fine, right? It's like about that big around. If I could do both, it might be a little heavy, right? So let's just do one
For
and give
you.
me, for me, right?
Yes.
Without my extensions.
Yeah.
Let's just do this one, the conditioner, and let it sit for maybe 20 minutes,
Yeah.
right? So now you have your option to let this just sit for 20 minutes, skip this one. Skip that one completely.
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't need it. Now me with my extensions, I need both.
What about if you have very coarse, thick, like
Both.
curly hair?
Definitely
Always
both.
both or just the bigger one?
95% of all my clients, I do both on. Most all of my clients, I do both. When in doubt, do both. I've never had anybody say I got too smooth, right?
What about like the last thing? If you use only one or both, is there any difference for the how long is gonna last the product on the hair?
Not as far as how long, but you will get a little bit more smoother if you do both. Because remember, inside of the hair,
Outside.
not outside of the hair. So we're really sealing that cuticle down and getting her beautiful and shiny and silky. These extensions need all of that love, right? So do both. When in doubt, always do both, right? But the main thing, because I know it can be a little confusing with fragile, compromise, and of course healthy. The little one, and you can, do you feel how thick it was in the bottle? Like it's thick in there, right? And now feel this one a little more thin,
Yes.
right?
So you said we put this one when she's at the sink. We don't rinse it.
You do. It's
Yeah.
a conditioner.
Oh, we rinse it.
Yes.
Okay.
This one is your leave-in. You do not rinse, right? So you know what I do with mine? I write on my bottle, rinse out.
Oh, that's
Leave
smart.
in.
Yeah.
That way I can remember.
So
You know?
the separation to, recognize which one you do it. When it says healthier, that means it's a live-in.
Right.
The other one, it says
Compromised.
compromise.
Think of this
Okay.
as more moisture.
A little bit,
That's like our deep
I really
conditioning
have
mask.
to read my notes.
Right.
And then we're gonna
No,
leave.
no, don't get up. I won't get up.
We're gonna leave
Course,
that
thank
in the
you.
hair for, you said, what is it, like
Course
5
health,
minutes?
This one, 5 minutes or up to 20. You could leave this up to 20.
Oh, no kidding. That's if the hair's like what? Like really?
You wanna put it
There
down?
you go.
Okay.
I want one of these kind of chairs at the salon. Yes, so you could just use one if she's really thin, really fine, right?
Okay.
Just use your fragile and let it sit for 20. She needs a little more moisture. Think of like my
Oh.
pre-lightened ends.
To hydrate the hair.
Hydrate. Two together might be a little too heavy,
Mm.
right? But most of our clients are a little more coarse, they're frizzy, they're curly, they need the sealing properties. They can always get both, always. Now, you did ask a question about longevity, right? You can just use these as a little treatment in the middle of her like let's say 12 weeks, right? She comes in at 6 weeks to get a haircut. Just do these.
And what's that gonna do?
Give her like a fresh bump up of her service, like a refresh, right?
Revitalize.
If she did
Yeah.
this in the past, if she did this in the past,
The whole thing.
Okay, not someone that did
But
not
do
do
you
this
need
service.
to wash with a shampoo? Like this shampoo?
Oh yeah, of course.
If you adding this one?
Because she have a bruising.
You could.
That's
yeah,
what she's
you
using
could.
at home,
Yeah,
obviously.
or you could do just your regular retail shampoo. It's fine too. You don't have to prep with the microculating. Yeah, you don't have to, because you're just doing like a little refresh. You're not doing like the full service. You had a question about if she could just do these by
Yeah, by
themselves.
themselves. No, right?
Manufacturer guidelines, it all goes together. But I will tell you, I did these on my hair on last Monday. These extensions are 2 years old,
Oh, it's your extension. There was an extension. Oh,
and
that's
they
what
were
it
Great.
was like.
so.
I thought it was your hair.
I'll tell my friend.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So, as a manufacturer guidelines, we want you guys to use them all together, right? These are amazing. You see this little, like that purple tint to it. It gives you a little bit of like buffer for a blonde. It's moisturizing, it's shiny. Play with them a little bit on their own, and just get a feel of them, right? I love to use them as like a deep conditioner. Charge for it.
Yeah.
I would charge at least like $60, $75 for just that service. He's gonna jump over and do you remember how we were talking about just using this one for 20 minutes? He's
Yeah.
gonna jump over and do that fragile client and do
The
that
round
next.
brush. Do not rinse. For fragile or compromised hair wearing gloves, you will dispense 2 ounces or 60 milliliters of finalizing laminate or fragile compromise into a clean color bowl. Using a color applicator brush, starting 1/4 inch
And
from
he
the
does it
scalp,
at the chair again.
apply to 2-inch to 3-inch sections.
You're gonna rinse it now, right?
Yeah,
Making
this is
sure
that
the hair
the
is
conditioner.
saturated. Then, using a brush of your choice, brush hair into straight position. Allow the laminator to sit on the hair for 20 minutes and then thoroughly rinse the hair. Do not cleanse the hair.
And he did not finish with this one. He just did this one and just left it a little longer.
Next, you would blow dry the hair using the round brush of your choice at high heat to get the hair smooth, straight, and 100% dry. Now, you will complete the treatment by flat ironing the hair. This ensures that the treatment is completely sealed into the hair and creates a long-lasting protective barrier that reduces degradation from washing, heat, and mechanical styling, as well as environmental factors. Refer to the flat iron for temperature range, section sizes, and passes. Always use professional judgment when choosing flat iron temperature. The temperature should be selected based on the client's hair type.
So let's kind of go back just a little bit when he was talking about the blow dry, right? He said you can use any brush that you want to, so you don't have to use a boar bristle brush, right? Unless you want it to take a little longer. But what he's doing and what we want to do is really polish out that client's hair. Make it real silky, make it nice and smooth. However you part her hair when you're doing that blow dry is how it's gonna wanna lay. So if she parts it to the side, style it to the side for her, right? Really make it a beautiful blow dry. And then you're going in with your flat iron. Think of it as just sealing in all of this good product that you put on her hair, right? You're not doing the flat ironing to take out curl. This part took out her curl. So you don't have to do all that flat iron work. You know what the original, it was like all those passes with the flat iron in tiny little subsections, right? This one, when you guys saw him do that flat iron, he did big subsections, right? On average, you're looking at like a 1/4 or 1/2 inch up to 1.5 inches subsection, right? 1.5 inch subsection. You're taking a big subsection. If
Oh,
needed
we
to.
can take big section.
Big
not
section.
like the other one.
No, the other one you're having to take all that small section.
And how many times we pass?
So anywhere between 6 to 8 for more fragile hair, or 8 to 12. But just think of this as like styling her hair, right? She just wanted to seal it.
Is there
In a
like
flat iron like
option if you use too much the product for the leave-in? Is it gonna cause like the hair is gonna be heavy again, or like because you don't rinse it, you
Right.
just leave it?
If you were
So
really
then when you
heavy,
style,
if you were really heavy, you'll probably notice. Have you ever used that after party right there on the hair wet? And you know how if you overuse
Pink one.
the pink one right here, you know how if you use after party and you're a little too heavy with it, and you put it in and then you flat iron over it and it kind of like whew, that's what you'll get. That's what I love after party. I'm a Tonian guy, stylist from like a million years ago, so I love after party when I saw it. But it would be like you put a little too much leave-in conditioner in her hair. You would get the same result. It's not going to be bad. It's not going to be irritating to her eyes or burn off or anything like that. It would be like you just put a little too much leave-in in. So it's not going to be anything like harmful or anything like that. When you're doing your passes with the flat iron, 6 to 8, 8 to 12, temperature. That's going to be the main thing. 380 to 450, right? But chicken cooks at 350, so
How much? Not too much?
not too much, no.
Like
Most of my
400
clients
or no?
400, 410, 420. My hair 380, right? I don't have anybody I use 450 on. I mean, that
We
would have
have.
to be.
We have.
I believe it. I believe it. I
Oh,
believe
yeah.
it.
So we cannot go to 450 or we could?
You can,
But
but
you have
you
to
guys
depend
know
on
your
Depends on the
clients.
hair.
Yes.
Depends
Oh.
on the hair, right? Right? I mean, you're not gonna put it on my hair.
No.
But my sister-in-law's Jamaican. I mean, 380, her hair's gonna laugh at me.
She needs 500.
Right? Sometimes, especially at Christmas time, 550. She makes me crazy. Anyways, make sure that you're just adjusting your temperature based off the integrity of her hair, right? So that's the main thing. You guys know your client's hair. You know how to deal with coarse hair. The cool thing is,
And then chemical treatment.
when you're done with the flat iron, she's done.